So what do you make of the kit, Gaz?
Yeah, I really like it. I think, you know, we're not always big fans of change, are we, in rugby league, but I really like the blue. I think it looks really good. It's a shirt that I think if I was playing, I'd like to be wearing.
Yeah, 100%. I think it'll appeal to like the casual customer as well. You can put it on with a pair of jeans and still look pretty trendy with it, but I think it'll look really well on the boys. So Gaz, obviously we're here to talk about England. Can you remember your first game for England, or any good memories that sort of stand out?
Well, I think, I didn't actually make my England debut till quite late on. Obviously before that it was Great Britain. So I think, my first real memories are probably the 2008 World Cup, playing against, I think the first game of that pool group was against Papua New Guinea in Townsville. We got absolutely heckled, before the game, telling we were going to get bashed by all the Papua New Guinea players, and we did. We did in the game. It was a weird game, I thought, because I remember, normally you carry the ball and 2 or 3 blokes tackle you, whereas it felt like the whole team was coming to tackle you that day. So yeah, that's one of my first memories, and we came away with a win in the end, but it was a real tough game. Yeah,
I was on the bench for that game actually, and I remember thinking, oh, I'm lucky I've got away with this, because by the time I get on they'll be all tired. So I think I got away with it, and I think probably my probably best memory of that, obviously that same time, is the semi-final of the World Cup. Probably my best game for England. We lost to New Zealand, but I had a decent game, scored a couple of tries, and Benji Marshall was on fire for Australia that tournament, and they obviously went on and won it. But so that's probably my best memory, is probably the semi-final, even though we lost. So what's your best memory, Gaz, or what's anything that sort of stands out of playing for England?
I don't know really. I think it's one of those things that you grow up, obviously wanting to represent your country, and I think just every time you pull on the jersey, it's sort of a real proud moment, and it's something I never took for granted, playing for England. Something I always felt really privileged and honoured to do. So I don't know if I have one real memory other than the fact that how proud I was to pull on the England shirt, as many times as I did.
So obviously the hairs on the back of your neck stand up when the national anthem comes on. What's that feeling like? What were you nervous, or did you know then that were game time? And
yeah, I think I think you're right. I think that's when you sort of know you're playing in a big international game, is when the national anthem starts playing, and I've got some good memories of national anthems. I think I remember playing one game, and Jamie Peacock was on one side bellowing it out, and James Graham on the other side. And again, what better sort of tough blokes to go to battle with, playing for your country, and so it's little memories like that sort of make standing in front and singing the national anthem such a special occasion.
I think my view on that is probably on the flip side of that, actually, the haka from the Kiwis as well. Obviously the national anthem from England is, we're passionate and we want to sing it, and it gets the hairs on the back of your neck standing up. But then on the flip side of that, you then turn and you're facing the haka, and you're a bit like, oh, here we go. You got 17 scary Kiwis screaming at you, thinking, especially my position, trying to knock your head off. So it went from one extreme to the other.
I really enjoyed the haka. I loved watching it. I remember there was one year when we didn't face them, and we were sort of set up for kick-off. I think it was in one game, and I remember thinking, I actually like going having that bit of a face-off, and it sort of does get you ready for the game.
It's like embracing the challenge. I think that's what it is, and letting them know that we're not afraid, and we've come to play. Yeah. So guys, is there any game or ground, an atmosphere that stands out, intimidating, or anything that you can tell us about?
Well, no disrespect, to any other countries, but I just love playing against Australia. I think, maybe especially while I was playing Australia in the NRL, playing against most of the players that were selected for Australia, I always felt like there was a part of me always representing England, even when I was in Australia, playing for West Tigers. So to get together with my England teammates was a big thing, a big occasion, and it was one of those atmospheres where you thought, let's get one over them here. This is my chance to come together as an England team and try and put it on the Aussies.